Hey, welcome back to Trucking California with Velox 18. We are down here in Eastvale, California, and we're looking for loads, man. We don't have anything scheduled for today. We don't have anything scheduled for tomorrow. We lost out on a load. If you didn't watch my previous videos, I got hung up on a load, which made me lose the produce load out of El Centro that I was going to go down and pick up today. It is Monday, and now it's after, it's almost 2 o'clock. Almost 2 o'clock Pacific time. So this is the time where there's no more loads to book. This is it. This is as much. This is as late as it gets. So I probably won't get anything today. Now I'm starting to look for tomorrow, but everything has been booked for tomorrow too now. So we're scrambling a little bit, and been out from the house for a few days, so I'm ready to go home, but not quite yet. We can't go home yet. We're gonna have to figure out a way to do it. So I'm gonna hop on the load boards. You guys go ahead and roll the music, and I'll let you know where we're going, what we're doing, all that good stuff. And go check out those other videos if you haven't watched them already, because I totally got screwed, and it was a big fiasco. All right, big fiasco. But you should have already watched those videos, because those are good videos. Those are those videos people like when I suffer, and those are videos where I suffered a little bit. So yeah, that's it. Roll the music. All right, so this is what we're looking at here on the load board right now. I'm trying to find something. So this load is the one that I got canceled and pulled off of. I texted him. He didn't answer my call. I texted him and said, hey, I finally got empty. Do you still need that load picked up? And he said, no, he got it covered. And this is from 6 hours ago. So maybe he just forgot to take it down. But as of now, it looks like he's still looking for a truck for that load that I had to fall off of because of the fiasco that was the candy load from Goodyear, Arizona to McLean in San Bernardino. So with that, now I just started looking for today and tomorrow because it's kind of later. So this one's interesting, but it goes up to Reno. Oh, someone picked it up already. So there's a bunch of like these ones, Oxnard up to Reno, McCarran's Reno. Indio to San Jose, that's interesting, 2200. So kind of looking, I really like Petard Transport. I almost bought a trailer from them when I first started my authority, but when they deliver right there to my hometown, they've got a setup with the receiver where they just get the stuff off the truck and let the truck go, and then they count it and send the bills directly to their office. So I don't even have to wait for the bills. They just unload me and I go. It's like 40 minutes. It's awesome. So I would like that one if I was down in San Diego, but I don't want to drive down there because it doesn't pay that good. It's just kind of like one of those convenience things. But yeah, so 1200 Riverside to Turlock. That's kind of light, man. That's kind of light. I'm not gonna lie. That's for tomorrow, and it's a heavy load. 350 miles plus the deadhead on this side of it. It should be at least 1600, but like 2000 is more like normal rate. Between 1600 and 2000. So we're quite a bit under that. So TQL underneath. Look, Vernon to Stockton, JB Hunt. 1114. It's a random number. So that kind of has me thinking about what I want to do. So I come down here, taking a second for it to load. And this is interesting here. We've got Henderson, which is 240 miles away. It's about a 4-hour drive. But they've got 3,400 on an ice cream load. It's one pick, 3 drops. All right, we booked that load from Henderson that finishes in Stockton. It's a 1 pick, 3 drop. It picks up tonight at 10:30 p.m. in Henderson up by Vegas. So we got 4 hours to get up there. I mean, we have more than 4 hours, but it's a 4-hour drive to get up there. So we're gonna go deadheading around a little bit, and then after that, it goes to Gilroy, Modesto, and then Stockton the next day. So, you know, it's a little bit of a longer, drawn out load than what I would prefer. But like the load I was gonna go pick up was total mileage wise only about 70 miles longer than this one. I mean 70 miles shorter than this one. In fact, I think no, it's less than that, because it's like it's more deadhead to go that way, but I'm gonna have a shorter drive to make my delivery. So anyway, it's less. The miles are less, and it's $800 more than what the load that I was gonna, that I was booked on. So we've got it. It's not terrible. It's just got the extra drops. It's got the extra drops, and it's an ice cream load. So there's reefer's gonna be going, but I didn't like what I was seeing from down here. I was gonna have to deadhead down to like Yuma or Brawley, or maybe Indio. Indio was only 100 miles away, but the stuff coming out of there going to NorCal was like 2,000. So I just figured, you know what, deadhead a little bit farther, a bit farther, but get a little more money, and this is how I'm going to finish out my week. And when you compare it to the load I had coming out of El Centro, it compares favorably. For all of my miles that I'm going to put in, it's going to be over $4 a mile still. So over $4 a mile for all the miles that I'm going to be doing is a pretty stellar rate, especially in the market that we're in right now in February. So I'll take it, and we'll run with it, and it's going to get me home. So excited about that. Excited for what this load holds for me. Hopefully we can finish strong and end up on the right side of this equation that we're in. Not end up getting hurt like we did on this last load, where I pre-booked everything and then it came back to bite me in the butt. But like my friend Josh always says, he always says it. Sometimes I don't even know if he believes it, but he always says, hey man, everything happens for a reason. So you know what? Maybe that load was just not for me this time. And this time we're gonna rock and roll some ice cream, and we're gonna do 3 drops. Sounds like fun to me. Let's do it. Barstow, it was a pretty gnarly crosswind, and then once we got through Barstow, it turned into more of a tailwind, which I don't mind at all. But we are empty, deadheading out to Vegas, so now it's kind of crosswindy again, and it was a pretty good dust storm back there. We just came out of it. You see a little bit of the sand whipping across the road still, but here, this isn't that illegal. You guys see all that haze and dust? I mean, it's just kind of crazy how windy it is right here. So yeah, let's keep on trucking. All right, so we're into Nevada now. That windstorm was pretty good. A lot of dust flying around. There's still a lot of dust in the air over here. The wind's not blowing quite as bad, but yeah, we had a little bit of some excitement getting through there. So I'll be excited to go and get this 25,000 pound load put on the truck. That's for sure. I'm gonna be excited for that. And then I think we're gonna end up sleeping probably down here in Jean, Nevada after we get loaded. Not 100% on that yet, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. And yeah, and then we'll wake up and drive in the morning, and so that's the plan as of now. That's what I'm thinking we're gonna do. But man, how plans change, huh? I had a whole plan to go down to El Centro this morning and be down there and grab a load, and I was supposed to be up in Oakland tonight to deliver that thing, but it's not quite working the way I thought it would, and so yeah, now we're kind of, we got into scramble mode, and we got this other load. I think it'll be a good load. I think it's going to be a good load. It pays good. You guys saw 3,400 bucks, and it does have 3 drops, but I've been to 2 of those places. The UNFI in Gilroy was pretty quick last time, considering. A lot quicker than the one in Moreno Valley, that's for sure. And then what else? Oh, Cisco in Modesto. I don't think oh no, I have been there. Yeah, that one, I don't remember if that one was like super long or just a little bit long. I think it was just a little bit long over there. And then the following night, I go to Keehee in Stockton. So I've been there. That one was about 3.5 hours, 4 hours, something like that. So anyway, we'll figure that out when we deliver this load. But for now, I'm just glad I found something that pays pretty decent, even if we did have to deadhead to get it. You know, I'm gonna be thankful that you know, this is what I got now. And even though I had something booked and it didn't, you know, I wasn't able to get to it because of that other load, I got that other load off the truck quicker than, you know, Wednesday. So I ended up, you know, as much as things didn't go my way, I'm pretty thankful for how they did turn out, and that I'm not totally you know, messed up. Like it's not the worst thing in the world, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, even though it wasn't good and I wouldn't volunteer for it, it also, you know, isn't terrible. As I turned into Terrible's Truck Plaza, it isn't terrible. Get it? But anyway, I'm just gonna run in here and use the restroom, and probably get a little snack or something. I'll just try not to run over a truck driver. I prefer not to if I can avoid it. I don't know. I mean, sometimes it happens, you know. If it happens, it happens. You just squish and you move on, but try to avoid it if I can. I'm getting in a weird mood, guys. It's about that time of night, I think. I think I need to just relax. All right. I'll catch up with you guys when we get back on the road to go to Americold in Henderson. So the talk in the truck stop was that there was an 11-car pileup somewhere back there, and yeah, and they were talking about possibly shutting down the road for the sandstorm that we saw. They were considering it, so kind of crazy. I was not aware of this when I took the load that I had to deadhead empty through a sandstorm to come get. But you know, hey, maybe I should check the weather more before I book from now on. I should have done that. Should have did it. But anyway, that I just want to update you guys on what I heard. The rumor mill, the the truckers are talking, the truckers are talking. And the clerk actually was the one who told me, and she told me that the state troopers had already been in there and told her, hey, expect, if you need to call in help, expect more people staying than normal, because you may end up with, we may close the highway down. So I don't know how long ago that was that they gave that warning, but there's people out here on this road off to the right. I don't know if you guys can even see them at this point, but you see those lights over there? That's a truck and a car traveling out on this like side road, and basically people take that road to avoid the highway right here, and they try to go around the California border, controlled checkpoint. So they actually, these guys might be disappointed, because I'm pretty sure they posted up a couple state troopers to block it off a little ways ahead, so that people can't just do that. Wow, that was actually a snowplow on its way that direction. I wonder if because the wind's blowing from left to right for me, if maybe sand's building up at the median on the other side of the road, because it was bad on this side of the road, but I mean that snowplow had his emergency, his amber lights flashing and stuff, like he's on his way to go clear the road. I wonder, man. Now I'm all curious. You hear things, you want to know what's really going on. I don't know. All I know is I'm gonna go over to Americold, and we're gonna get this ice cream loaded up pretty soon. All right, pulling into our favorite location to pick up. Americold in Henderson. Come on. All right, let's go check in. So I tried to get checked in, but I can't seem to get, I can't find the pickup number on the stuff she sent me. She sent me like 6 emails. A bunch of them were like empty emails, and then one was the rate confirmation that I had to e-sign and then send back. And then another one was like a driver information sheet, but none of that had a pickup number on them. So I called, I think it's really funny, Sierra England, they go, we provide above average customer service on every load. And I'm like, above average? That's what you guys went for, huh? That's the goal. That's what you guys are shooting for. Above average. It's like my kids trying to convince me that like a B is good. I'm like, no, you don't shoot for a B. You shoot for an A, and if you get a B, we'll live with it. But you shoot for the A. You shoot for 100%. You don't shoot above average. We got a good solid 3.0. We're, we could get into like, a JC, a state college maybe. If we pick the right major to try and get in on, they'll let us into the school. That's not the goal. Above average customer service. I laughed at that. I laughed out loud, and no one was there to laugh with me. But now you guys can laugh with me. Above average customer service. But anyway, so I'm waiting for their above average customer service to get back to me, because she said, our system's going through maintenance, so I have to reach out to the broker directly, and I'll call you back in 2 minutes. What's your callback number? So fingers crossed. All right, I went down there and figured out the pickup number situation. I just went ahead and told the guy, like, hey, they're not getting back to me with the pickup number. Can we search with one of these PO numbers? And he was like, oh, okay, yeah. What do you got? So I just started listing off the PO numbers, and he searched for one of them on his spreadsheet, and he found it. So I know they've done that in the past, so I knew they could do that. Just the other guy was kind of new, and he just wanted me to have like the actual real legitimate pickup number, which is fine. I mean, I should have that anyway. They should have given it to me, but it's kind of a little bit of a cluster in here, so I'm just gonna try and squeeze out, because I have a 10:30 p.m. appointment, and it's only 7:30 right now. No, it's only 7 o'clock right now. It's 7 o'clock right now, and they already assigned me a door, so I'm 3.5 hours early, and I should should get my door right now. She said back into door number 1. So oh, and I'm going down to this other cooler down here, which I thought was the refrigerated side, because I picked up refrigerated salsa one time from this, but I think half of it's freezer and half of it's cooler. And the guy said, yeah, down on this side, the freezer, it's just Blue Bunny ice cream. Blue Bunny. So that's that. I think. Oh well. I should have gone around that way, and it would have made it a little easier to just pull forward and then do this, but I'll just alley dock it. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing on a string in the middle of spring. All right, I'm gonna get docked in here, and then shoot. Who knows how quick this might actually be this time, man. This is kind of cool. Kind of cool. All right, I got my food. It's time for El Gordo Velox. Roll the music. El Gordo Velox. El Gordo Velox. All right, you ready for this? Are you ready for this? I don't think you are. I don't think you're ready for this, Jetty. All right, so this is a queso taco, and it's got asada. Let's see. Let's get a real look at this. All right. Woo, dog it. It's got asada and like a chipotle crema and avocado and cheese, of course, because it's a queso taco. But oh boy, this looks gnarly. I also got a churro. See that? Or 3. It was like 3 for something. All right, it was a deal. You can't throw a deal at me and expect me to walk away from it. All right, and then I got myself a torta. I gotta take a bite of the torta too, just to see what we're working with. And I got it like Diablo style or something like that. Like they put a hot salsa on it. So hopefully it's good. Let's see. Oh, there's the Diablo. Okay. I couldn't taste it at first, and I was like, it kind of tastes bland, and then boom. I don't think I got very much of the salsa because I couldn't even taste very much of it, but I can feel the heat. That's going to be interesting to eat the whole thing. All right. We're still waiting here. It's now like almost 9 o'clock, and they haven't started loading me yet, but my appointment's not till 10:30, so I'm cool that I got myself a door, and you know, I'm closer to the road. I'm like the first door right next to the road, so I didn't even have to walk to get my food. I just rolled my fat butt out of the truck and rolled over there and rolled back like Veruca Salt. All right, I'll catch you with you guys when we get loaded. All right, we're finally getting loaded up. We got the red light. It's 12:30 at night. I got here at 6:45. I had a 10:30 appointment, and I've been in a dock for I don't know how long, since like, you know, whatever it was, 7 o'clock. So kind of crazy, but that's truck driving for you. I crashed out for a couple hours, so it's just as well. At least I slept. All right, it is 1 a.m. and we just got loaded up with 30,000 pounds of ice cream with 3 deliveries. And we still gotta go over here across and do a U-turn up here so that we can get checked out from the security shack. It's kind of weird, but that's how we're gonna do it. But it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, I'm trying to decide what I want to do, because I don't know exactly where I want to sleep or for how long, but I can't stay here, so I don't know. I just gotta flip around, use up all the space I can get so I don't tear up my trailer tires since I'm loaded. And yeah, so I'll check out here and we'll get rolling down the road. I think I'm gonna just find the nearest spot I can stop and sleep, use my personal conveyance, because I could do a sleepover split. I was here long enough, but I don't really feel like driving right now. I kind of just want to, you know, go park and finish my sleep and then wake up in the morning and go. But we'll see. All right, we're wrapping around here onto what is this, 515, something like that. But something else, as we kind of look down towards Vegas, something else I have to consider when I'm thinking about this is the weather. So typically the direction, the route that I would take me through Tehachapi, and I'd drop down into Bakersfield on Highway 58. I'd take 58 out of Barstow right there, and I would drop down into Bakersfield after going through Tehachapi. Well, right there it says Tehachapi's going to be snowing starting in the morning, and even a little bit tonight. I think there was a chance tonight, but it's going to be snowing, and the later in the morning it gets, the heavier the snow gets. Until the afternoon time, it really snows up there. So there's that one, and then there's the other route that I could take. It's about, I think it's about 60 or 70 miles longer, is to cut over on 58, but then to take 14 and 138 to cut over to Gorman and basically hit the top of the Grapevine up there. And that's an okay plan, but it is supposed to snow in the afternoon in Gorman as well, or in Fraser Park, which is right there at the top of the Grapevine. So I'm trying to take the forecast into consideration, not because a little bit of snow is really going to hurt anything, but California has a reputation for just shutting those two roads down when there gets to be snow. Most people don't carry chains, and people spin out, and they're both mountain passes, so snow on a mountain is a little different than just snow out there in the Midwest or something. You know, you got hills you're trying to climb up, hills you're trying to slow down coming down, so it's a little bit different, and they tend to just shut the roads down if there gets to be a little bit of snow accumulation on the ground. So that's something I'm going to be monitoring tomorrow, and something that I have to kind of take into consideration now as far as what time I want to leave in the morning. Seems like the later it gets, the worse it is, but I think even though it's a much longer route, I'll probably go over the Grapevine because there's less of a chance of that one getting snow. But that's also the hill that they close more often, and they'll let 58 stay open because 58 has less I don't want to say Southern California drivers are bad drivers, but they're not used to snow at all. And so going up and over the Grapevine in the snow for a lot of these SoCal drivers is a recipe for disaster. So they shut that hill down pretty good. But 58 tends to get different traffic. You know, it's not as many Southern Californians on there. So I believe that they don't shut it down as often, in my recollection anyway, due to snow. It has to really snow up there. Last time it snowed up there really good, there was a couple trucks spun out, and there was an accident and something else, so they might be a little more quick to shut it down this time. But anyways, we'll keep an ear to the ground, keep our CB radio on, and we'll have to figure that out in the morning. But I think that's gonna have to wait until tomorrow's video, man, because I think we're just gonna get down here to the first spot where I can safely park, and we're gonna call it a night.